Right now is the World Cup. It's actually playing on my TV screen right behind the camera. And my friends and I, we started looking for an application to play Prode. In case you don't know, Prode is a game where you try to guess the results of the matches, and who guesses the most gets the prize. We all chipped in for the prize, and the one who won wins it all. The first application we tried out is called Gambeteando. We started adding our guesses. 2 days in, the application stopped responding. It was displaying a message that the API was not available. The API was actually returning 502 messages. It was not available. So we moved on. We tried another application. We missed 1 day of points and guesses, but we tried a different one. This one is a mobile application. It's called Prode Master. And this other application, 3 days passed by and started slowing down. Most of the responses yesterday didn't get through, and the ones that did took like 15 seconds to refresh the application. So why these kind of applications are failing? So the thing is, this is a very small window of opportunity these applications have, which is during the World Cup. After this cup ends, there's not going to be massive affluence of users. So right now they need to handle the amount of users that are coming in this phase that is kind of an artificial hypergrowth that they're experiencing. Prode is kind of, you can do it yourself. It's not very complicated. You can use iMessage and just maintain a list of all the points. But if you have an app, it's just better. So if they fail, they're not going to make a good use of this opportunity. There are some kinds of applications that can get through few bugs and maybe a week of being down and recover successfully. For example, if you are working in a company and the company is hiring services from Salesforce, and Salesforce is failing for some reason, you cannot move away from it and migrate all the data you have on Salesforce to a different platform. So you're hooked. You need to use and just hopefully wait that the company is going to fix that problem. But in this kind of applications, if it fails, you just start using a different one. There's not a lot of data to migrate, and the experience is going to be pretty much the same. And you just move away and abandon the previous one, the one that failed. It's obvious, we all do that. So if you're on the other side, and this is your application, and you want to make sure this application is going to be able to support unexpected or hopefully expected affluence of users, you need to be prepared for it. So there are 3 takeaways that we can take out of this example. The first one is that you can oversee most of the situation. You have to make a list of all the endpoints and the data that is going to be transformed through the endpoints. And then you can kind of understand how many times these endpoints are going to be called, because some of them are called just once, like login and sign up. And there are other ones that are going to be called many times during the application or while the application is open, for example. So try to understand how the API is being used. This will give you a lot of visibility on the future. It's not like you have 10 endpoints and then you divide the traffic by 10. It doesn't work like that. The second takeaway is that you can do some basic math, understand how many users you can handle simultaneously, and it's so much better to deny the entry of a new user by saying, hey, we have too many users, we just want to guarantee best performance for the ones that we have, than accepting all of them and then having the application fail on them. That's so much worse. I suggest you never do that. Offer the service that you're sure you can provide a good service of. Otherwise, it's better just to say that message instead. And the third takeaway is don't over-engineer things. There are many cases that have chances of happening, and there are others that are very, very unlikely. Like there's an alien invasion and they could have internet access to everyone. And even if that happens, you wouldn't want to be playing Prode. So it's okay. You don't need to handle that scenario in particular. On a daily basis, I help founders and engineers design architecture to handle all these potential scenarios, the ones that are likely and desirable to happen, and also to build MVPs in a way that are ready for hypergrowth when that happens. So if you want to work with me, go to danielnuske.com.